Hey guys, so we are cooking our Super Bowl spread today, and we're actually running on a bit of a crunch time because the game starts sooner than this food will probably be done. But we've got chicken wings, we're making sliders, we've got all we need for a dip right here, and we're just gonna jump right into this thing and see what we can do. Okay, so we're gonna get our sausage on because we're gonna get this pre-cooked before we put it inside of our dip. Okay, so we're breaking it up into smaller pieces. One, because it'll cook faster, and two, because nobody wants a huge clump of sausage when they take a bite. All right, okay, so that's ready. And then we gotta put in 2 blocks of cream cheese. Both my thumbs are out of service. So there is 1 blocko of cream cheese. Okay, so we've got our sausage cooked up here, and we're gonna go ahead and drop all that in there. Okay, so we've got our block of Velveeta here. We're gonna dump that on top. And then we have, we added another block of cream cheese. We forgot to film it. And then we have the fire roasted Rotel tomatoes. Just gonna dump those on top. And then 1 more can, so a total of 3 cans of this. Right there. We're adding some pepper jack in there. That looks like a pretty healthy amount. And then we are going to add in some sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar. And that just needs to heat up and cook, and that'll be ready to go. Something I like to do with my Velveeta dips is I just add in some paprika. It seems to give it a good flavor. And this is smoked paprika for those that are wondering. Now we have the dip going here in the crock pot. We're gonna throw this on the stove, get this browned up. And I like using this Flavor Bomb burger seasoning. It gives it a good flavor. And since we're making these sliders, we're going to make it taste like a good burger. So we got the meat in there, and then we're gonna break all this up too, just like we did with the sausage. But yeah. So we've got the meat browning behind us. Now we're gonna go ahead and work on our chicken wings here. Now if you don't know how to cut up a chicken wing, if you look right here, you got that joint. You're just gonna take your knife, pop it right down, cut right there, and then on the back end, there's 1 more joint. Pop it down, slide it through. Now you've got a flat. Now you've got a little drummy. Little bits that you're cutting off here, you can save those and actually make like a chicken stock out of it. But I'm probably gonna throw them away because I don't really plan on using chicken stock in the future. Okay, so I was shaking up a spice and it was actually open.
It literally went across the entire kitchen.
It went across the entire kitchen, and we're gonna have to clean it up. But we've got 3 different wings here with 3 different sauces. So we're gonna do a garlic parmesan, a buffalo, and a barbecue. Now, for the barbecue, I like to throw in a little of this because it gives it, it's got some brown sugar in there. So we'll make this our barbecue. And then we can mix those in. And we're gonna use Duke's Georgia Sweet Heat Barbecue. Give that some, that sounds good. And I don't like using all my sauce on the front end because we'll use a little bit of it at the very end to kind of baste over the top. But we'll get Savannah to mix that because I usually use my hands, but I've got out of commission thumbs.
Well, I'm just gonna mix it with this because getting it in my fingernails.
She doesn't like getting in there.
No, getting it in my fingernails, that feeling, I can't handle it. This is good enough.
I guess.
It is.
Now while she's working on that, I'm gonna go ahead and season our other ones. So for our buffalo wing flavor, I like to throw in a little bit of this Cajun because it gives it a good little kick. So throw some of that in there. And then we'll pour this on top. And we're using Sweet Baby Ray's today. Sweet Baby Ray's has a pretty good buffalo. And then for the garlic parmesan, We don't have to do too much, but I like adding some paprika and some black pepper before we put on the sauce. I know you might be like, why? But it gives it a really good flavor. And I like the color of it too. Look at that.
Looks pretty good. All I did was mix it up, but it looks pretty good.
Can you grind this? Oh wait, no. Wait, no, yeah. Can you grind this real quick while I do that? And garlic parmesan. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Macaroni noises? A little bit of that pepper. And we're gonna put all of these on baking sheets. And what's huge for wings when I do them at home, you can use an air fryer, or if you use the broil function on your oven, it makes them nice and crispy, but cooks them all the way through and keeps a lot of that juice inside. Okay, so we added some tin foil to our cookie sheet here, and you just want to lay them out. We're kind of pressed for time, so we would like to give these a little bit more space if we could, but
These should have been in the oven like an hour ago.
but we're always late.
So
I'm always late. But the Parmesan looks good.
I'm not a big Parmesan girl.
Wow.
But it smells good. It smells good.
And then we've got our buffalo wing there. And we're using some stoneware for
We're
the
hoping
barbecue.
it will stick. We don't know.
We don't know if it'll stick. We've never tried to use that for wings, so we'll find out. Okay, so we've got our trays of wings ready to go. And the oven's nice and hot.
I am hoping. You don't have room for it all if you do it like that.
I don't think it'll work the other way.
Hand me the thing in there.
So we're mid cooking here, and my live stream just reminded me I had a cold one. It's so much better freezing cold.
Sliders, I have cut these in half, and then I'm going to cut them, this way too. That way they're pull apart and really easy to grab. And then we are melting some butter, going to put it in the bottom.
We are going to get a little onion action in there because we want to make them kind of like In-N-Out makes theirs. Okay, so we're just going to use half the onion. We're going to brown it in there. I got this little chopper thing. I've never tried it. Probably doesn't. Man. I don't think it's going to work. Let me cut it in half again. And then we'll do quarters here. Okay, okay, so look at that. Chippity choppity. Speed. Look at all that speed. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the chopper.
I think you were just too rough on it.
We're gonna brown this and then add it to our sliders. Okay, so we're gonna take these onions here and we're just gonna try and divvy them up. Don't want them to be too overpowering by any means, but just a little bit on each.
Okay, we're making In-N-Out sauce, and there are measurements, but we're literally just gonna spitball it and hope for the best. I know most of it is mayonnaise, so that's what we're gonna do for like the base. I know some people don't like mayonnaise, but I promise if you've had In-N-Out sauce and you like it, you've gotta have the mayonnaise. Doing a little bit of pickle juice. You would traditionally, I think, chop these up and make them small, but I ain't got time for that, so we're just going to put some pickle juice into our bowl here. It's probably good. And then ketchup. Quite a bit of ketchup. And just the tiniest bit of yellow mustard. Not a lot at all. That's good. Now we're gonna mix it up. All right, we're done with this and we're gonna go add it to our burgers over there.
So we're just gonna move our meat now onto our sliders. And it looks like we're gonna have more meat than I anticipated, but that's okay. We're gonna add in that sauce. And we'll divvy that up better before we get it in there. If you guys have ever heard of a sloppy joe, kind of like that, not the same sauce, but kind of the same idea. And now we're gonna take our cheese and we're just gonna lay these slices.
We're using Havarti, or as Kalani calls it,
Havarti.
Havarti. So we're layering our cheese.
Okay, we're gonna get our butter on top. And then we're gonna spread our butter out a little bit more. And then we got the butter on top, and we're gonna throw some of our seasoning on top, just because it'll get a little crusty and give some nice flavor. And then we gotta throw these puppies in. So we went ahead and pulled these out of the oven. They got that nice toasted top. You can see the butter we had on there. So now we're gonna ready to plate everything and see what this Super Bowl spread looks like. Okay, so I wanna point out here how good that looks. It's nice and creamy. That cheese is all melted, and this is going to be delicious. We've got our wings here, our garlic parm, barbecue, and our buffalo. We've got my dad's famous salsa that might be coming to a store near you very soon. And our sliders here, our hamburger sliders with the In-N-Out onions, seasoned beef, In-N-Out sauce, and then lettuce, tomato for that. And then we've got some Hidden Valley Ranch and blue cheese for the wings. Now I'm not gonna do a taste test because I feel a little biased if I'm the one that cooked all the food, but I will say it smells delicious, it looks delicious. Now with your wings, if you notice what we did, we have that crisp on the outside, and we went ahead and added some more sauce. That's what you save that sauce for at the end. And then these got that nice crispy top. You can see the seasoning, everything's cooked through. The only thing left to do is eat. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Next week, we are gonna attempt to cook a full Sunday roast. So in the comment, the secret word for this is, can Kalani cook a roast? Look at that.